Hey there, and welcome. If you've ever been even a little bit curious about crypto, but kind of felt overwhelmed about where to even begin, then you've come to exactly the right place. We're going to break it all down, nice and simple, step by step.
No, really think about that for a second. Your life might look pretty different, right? Well, that's the headspace I want you in today. Because we're looking at crypto not as some scary, complicated tech, but as a brand new frontier of opportunity, kind of like what those early tech stocks were for a whole other generation. And this right here, this is your map. We're going to cut right through all the noise, all the confusing jargon, and just give you a super clear, simple guide for taking that very first step. We're only focusing on the absolute essentials you need to get started.
Okay, so first things first. Before we get into how to do anything, we really need to get a handle on the why. Why is everyone talking about this? What's the real opportunity we're looking at here?
Now this quote really just nails it. You've got massive institutions, even entire countries, getting into crypto. So for most people, the barrier to entry isn't a lack of interest. It's just a lack of clear, easy to understand information. And that's the barrier we are going to smash down for you right now.
So, where does all this trading and buying actually happen? Well, it all goes down on a crypto exchange. The easiest way to think about it is like one of those currency exchange booths at the airport where you swap your dollars for euros. Except here, you're swapping your local money for digital currencies like Bitcoin. And for our guide, we're going to use the biggest one in the world, Binance.
And that leads us perfectly into our first practical step. To get into this new world, you need a door, a gateway. And for millions and millions of people, that gateway is Binance. So let's just walk through getting your account set up.
Now, I know this might look like a lot, but trust me, it's actually really straightforward, and it's all there to keep your account secure. It's just 4 simple steps. You sign up with your email, you click the verification link they send you, you submit a photo of your ID, and then you do a quick facial scan just to prove you are who you say you are. It's a standard process, just like opening a bank account online.
Okay, so your account is all set up. Awesome. Now for the really important part. How do you get your regular money, your dollars, your pounds, whatever, from your bank account and into the crypto world? Let's break that down.
One of the most common ways to do this is through something called P2P, which just stands for peer-to-peer. Think of it like a super secure marketplace where you're buying crypto directly from another person, and you can just use a normal bank transfer. The exchange, in this case Binance, acts as a kind of referee to make sure the whole thing is safe and sound for both of you.
Now, here's a key tip. When you use P2P, you usually don't buy something like Bitcoin right away. Your first move is to buy something called a stablecoin, and the most common one is USDT. Just like it says here, its value is pegged to the US dollar. So 1 USDT is always worth about $1. Think of it as turning your cash into stable digital dollars that you can then use to buy other cryptos.
All right, you've done it. You used P2P, and now you have some of that USDT sitting in your account. So what's next? Well, now you're ready for the most basic, most fundamental type of trading there is. It's called spot trading.
Spot trading is actually super simple. It just means you are buying and taking direct ownership of a crypto. You're not just betting on the price or anything complicated like that. You are literally purchasing the digital asset. You buy it, you own it, it's yours.
Okay, let's use a really clear example just to make sure this concept really sticks. Let's say you go on the spot market and you buy exactly 1 single Bitcoin. And this is the absolute key to understanding spot trading. Once you buy it, you own 1 Bitcoin. End of story. If the price tanks to $15,000, guess what? You still own 1 Bitcoin. If the price skyrockets to $100,000, you still own 1 Bitcoin. The amount of the asset you have doesn't change no matter what its price is doing.
So now you know how to actually own a crypto asset. The next big question is all about your strategy. What's your goal here? Are you playing the long game, or are you looking to make moves more quickly? And this question leads to 2 very, very different approaches.
This slide really lays out the 2 main paths beautifully. Think of it like the tortoise and the hare. On the left, you've got the tortoise, long-term investing. This is your classic buy and hold strategy. You're thinking in years, hoping for big growth over time. It's usually lower stress and is perfect for those big foundational cryptos like Bitcoin. Then on the right, you've got the hare, short-term trading. Here, you're trying to profit from all the little price jumps up and down, day by day. It's way more stressful, and honestly, it's best for experienced folks who can watch the market like a hawk.
So, whether you decide you're an investor or a trader, there is one thing that is absolutely crucial for everyone. You've got to know what you're buying. Doing your homework is probably the single most important thing you can do to avoid making some really common and costly mistakes.
Seriously, read that again, maybe even a third time. This is hands down the biggest trap that beginners fall into. You see a coin that costs like a fraction of a penny, and you think, wow, if this thing just goes to $1, I'm going to be a millionaire. But that is not how this works.
This slide shows you the difference between what looks like a good deal and what a project's real value is. On the left, you have the coin price. That's just the cost for one single coin. But on the right, you have the market cap. And that's the number that really matters. It's the price times the total number of coins out there. Market cap tells you the true size and value of the whole project.
So just remember this. A coin can have a super low price, but if there are trillions of those coins in existence, its market cap might already be in the billions. That means its room to grow might be way smaller than you think. There's a reason Bitcoin's price is so high. Its supply is limited, which gives it a market cap in the trillions. It's the king of the ring for a reason, and the market cap is what tells you that.
And there you have it. The why, the how, and the what. You get the opportunity, you know how to get started on an exchange, and you understand the huge difference between a coin's price and its actual value. You officially have the map. So the only question left is, where are you going to go with it?